Hello, and welcome to another episode of Kev's Keepers. This is part three of my little series here. Um, Basically, what I'm doing is I've said this at the beginning of every video is I've been collecting autographs for about 30 years now, and I have a ton of autograph cards from the early to mid to late 90s and the early 2000s. And they've been in boxes for years and years, and I haven't looked at them. So I just thought it'd be fun to crack open the box and go through some of the autographs. I know a lot of them aren't worth anything. They're just really memories for me. And I just thought it might be some old memories, a walk down memory lane for some of you as well. So I thought I'd share. Um, I know the autographs aren't always the greatest in the greatest shape, but like I said, they're just memories for me. Nothing that I would ever want to sell, and just things that I would look back at. So, um, as I've said previously, I grew up and live in Wisconsin, so a lot of my autographs are Brewers, Badgers, Bucks, and Packers. But when I was young, my mom, my best friend, and I, for 2 summers, we traveled around the country to football training camps to get autographs. So I have a bunch of autographs from a number of other teams as well. So without further ado, I'll get going here. So I'll just say again, if you're interested in this and like my videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you want. I'm just kind of getting this started to pass some time during the time that we all have to be inside. So, um, without further ado, um, start off here with Dwayne Rudd. He was a linebacker with the Minnesota Vikings. Looks like we have a few Dwayne Rudds here, couple at least. Ken Rutgers, he was a tackle for the Packers for a long time. Long time. Mark Rippon, believe, did he win a Super Bowl with Washington? I'm drawing a blank there. It seems like he did, but I'm not sure. Another Mark Rippon. This one is actually in red pen. Looks kind of cool. All right. Wow, this is a name from the past. Pio Sagapolitelli, defensive lineman, I believe. Yep, defensive tackle. Next up, we have rest in peace, Rashaan Salam, former Heisman Trophy winner from Colorado, running back for the first round pick and running back for the Bears for a long time. I believe he passed away a few years back, Rashaan Salam. Next up, we have Tarek Sala, former Wisconsin Badger, and then he played linebacker for the Carolina Panthers for a number of years. So my mom actually got us on the field at Carolina Panthers training camp when I was probably in 95 or 96 when Sala was there, and we got a bunch of cards, or a few cards signed by him at least. Tarek Sala. Next, we have Chris Sanders, former wide receiver with the Houston Oilers and the Tennessee Oilers, and then I believe he played for the Tennessee Titans as well. I was at training camp when it was actually the 1 year that it was the Tennessee Oilers. I just miss those uniforms, the blue. I like the logo too, the Oilers logo. Another Chris Sanders. Ooh, I should pay attention to what I'm doing. Let me get this recentered here. Chris Sanders. I like these Metal Universe sets back in the day as well. Chris Sanders. Action-packed Chris Sanders. It looks like he puts a Bible verse on there, but I can't Can't read it. Next, we have Todd Sauerbrunn, punter for the Bears. Nice Bowman's Best there card. Corey Sawyer, DB from Florida State for the Cincinnati Bengals. Ooh, head coach. Here we go. Marty Schottenheimer from the old Pro Set series. 88 Pro Set. Marty Schottenheimer. Next guy, don't get him confused with Brewers TV announcer Bill Schroeder. This is Bill Schrader. To Kevin, Bill Schrader. Wide receiver for the Packers for a number of years. I'll be honest, he wasn't my favorite player in the world. But I got him a few times. He was a local guy. He played at UW La Crosse. Here he is in his UW La Crosse uniform. Chad Scott. First round pick of the Steelers. Darnay Scott, wide receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals. So he was the same year as Ki-Jana Carter. I believe Darnay Scott was a second round pick and Ki-Jana Carter was the number 1 overall pick, I believe, for Cincinnati that year. I got them both and I was so excited, and they both tanked. Yeah. It is what it is. Another Darnay Scott. What do we have? Gary Scott? Yep, Gary Scott, wide receiver with the Eagles. Another Gary Scott. Tracy Scroggins, linebacker with the Lions. Mariners. David Segui. There's a name that I haven't heard in a long time. David Segui. All right. Next few, Sterling Sharp. Should be in the Hall of Fame. He was one of the best receivers in his era. Unfortunately, he had neck issues and had to retire early. Great wide receiver. I have a few of him. Sterling Sharp. Ooh, I'm not going to say anything about this next guy. I believe he is in prison. Darren Sharper. Man, tons of Darren Sharper. Rashawn Sheehy, running back with the Chiefs. Coach Mike Sherman. Was never a big fan of him as a coach, but he was a really nice guy. And actually, a lot of people say that he looks exactly like my dad, but Mike Sherman. Next up, we have another, I don't know if he's in the Hall of Fame, but he's a really good guard, Will Shields. He played for the Chiefs for a long time, Will Shields. Next one, remember this name, Heath Shuler. Um, Quarterback out of Tennessee. I think he was, yeah, the third overall pick for the Redskins. Did not pan out at all. There he is with the Saints. Some more Heath Schuler. Next one, we have Ruben Sierra. So we used to go down to Chicago when the Rangers played um, the White Sox, and we knew what hotel the Rangers stayed at. So we Nolan Ryan was on the team at that point in time, and he would always line everyone up by the bus and sign one autograph for everyone. But I was sitting in the lobby with my dad, and we actually weren't supposed to be getting autographs, and we're actually sitting right next to Rafael Palmeiro was sitting with his family. And then around the corners comes Ruben Sierra and Juan Gonzalez, and I went up and got both of their autographs, and then right after that they said, "Nope, you cannot get autographs here anymore." But always a big fan of both Ruben Sierra and Juan Gonzalez. Charlie Simmons, short run with the Packers. Clyde Simmons, longtime Eagle. Tony Simmons, wide receiver with New England, who was a Wisconsin Badger. Another Tony Simmons. This is a cool card. I don't know if you can see the autograph, but the autograph actually looks really nice on this card. Ken Simonton. Carl Simpson. I believe I have a bunch of him. Scott Slutsker, tight end with the Colts. Joel Smengi, defensive end. Where did he go to school at? Western Michigan. Brady Smith, defensive end with the Saints. Chuck Smith with the Falcons. Irv Smith, tight end with the Saints, first round pick, whose son is now a tight end with the Vikings, I believe, Irv Smith Jr. Another Irv Smith. Another Irv Smith. Another Irv Smith. Then we have Jermaine Smith. I always remember him. He was a no-name Packer, but he had this really fancy red sports car that he would always drive around Green Bay. Really sharp car. Another Jermaine Smith. And another Jermaine Smith. What do we have here? Lamar Smith, running back with the Saints. Lamar Smith. Lamar Smith. And we will end here with a couple more Robert Smiths who were also in the last video. Robert Smith. Robert Smith. Grab another couple cards. They're a little smaller stack. We'll try to make this about 20 minutes. You have former Packers offensive lineman Marco Rivera. I believe I have quite a few of him. Another Marco. Marco. Willie Roaf. Think is he in the Hall of Fame? Pretty darn good tackle back in his day. Willie Roaf. Willie Roaf. Another Willie Roaf. Ooh, These are one of my favorite cards. The Flare Preview. I love these cards. I spent way too much money back when I was young trying to get to these cards, but that turns out nice. Another one, Willie Roaf. Next one, we have former Wisconsin Badger tight end Michael Roan. Believe he is drafted by the the Tennessee Oilers, and then played for the Oilers and then the Tennessee Titans for a couple of years. Ray Roberts. I think I got him when he played for the Lions. Marcus Robertson, DB with the Houston Oilers. Another Marcus Robertson. Couple Eugene Robinsons. Pretty darn good safety his time in Seattle, and then he really helped the Packers in their Super Bowl teams as well. Eugene Robinson. Another Eugene Robinson. Another Eugene Robinson. Marcus Robinson, wide receiver with the Bears. I believe he killed the Packers a couple of times. This is his rookie card out of South Carolina. Brian Roach, tight end out of San Jose State? Yep, San Jose State. All right, look at who's up next. Aaron Rodgers. When he was a rookie with the Packers, he signed and signed and signed and signed. We were up there at training camp for like 2 days, and I think I got him like 12 times. Yeah. Mark Roman. A couple Mark Roman here. I believe he was with the Packers for a couple of years. We have Allen Rossum. He was a pretty good return man for the Packers and the Eagles. Some more Dwayne Rudds. Dwayne Rudd. I like this card right here. The autograph's not great, but the card. It's a pretty cool card. Grab one more really small stack to get through, like right here. Stanley Richard, DB with the Redskins. Tony Richardson, running back with Dallas, this card. Patrick Riley, 95 draft pick of the Bears. Another Patrick Riley. Big fan. Andre Rison. I was so pumped when I got his autograph. I got him when he was, I know I got him when he was with Kansas City. Did he play for the Saints for a year? Because I know I got him once when whatever team he was with was scrimmaging the Bears during training camp down in Platteville. And then I know I got him once when he was with Kansas City. Another Rison. Another Rison. Another Rison. And now we're moving into some more Marco Rivera's. So we'll finish with Marco. All right. Well, thank you for watching another episode of Kev's Keepers. As always, like, subscribe, comment. I always appreciate that. I will be making more of these videos, maybe putting one out a day. Like I said, I'm just wasting my time. My my COVID indoors time, kind of going through some of my old cards. So hopefully you like this and will subscribe to my channel and watch more of these in the future. So thanks for watching Kev's Keepers and have a great day.